Welcome back to the show. Check out these headlines here. BRICS, mBridge, Ripple, XRP, countries joining. It's getting crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you something. There's something else going on here, too. There's been a leak, and there may be a change here in the U.S. for the administration on crypto. Things are happening fast, ladies and gentlemen, and the crypto race is getting very, very real. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.36 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off 4.5%. We see Bitcoin 61,100 plus, Ethereum 3,300 plus. Tether is at 113 billion plus market cap here. USDC at 32 billion.7 plus, and we see XRP at 47 cents now. 0.19 off on the 24-hour and off by 4.3 on the 7-day. We'll keep an eye on it. Range of price between 47 and 49 cents. Man, would I have loved to caught it at 47 cents. But I tell you what, when I go to Uphold after this video and it's 48 cents, I'm going to buy a little more. Now, it might not be a ton, but as a discipline, this is what I've learned to do for myself. And this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you the discipline that I've created for myself with my own personal strategy. Everybody's got to do what's right for them, and that isn't always the same thing. All right, let's take a look at this right here very quickly here. Talk about options. Link to, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, having access to private equity is a very, very special thing. Having access to private equity with the best, most affordable minimums in the world of the most sought after companies is pretty remarkable. It's miraculous, but it's what Link2 has done, and they've done it for all of us. This is a remarkable opportunity. If you have not taken the time to sign up and register, please go do it now. It takes less than 5 minutes to do that and fund your account. It is so super streamlined, just like that, and you're shopping for private equity. And by the way, like I said, some of the most incredible sought after companies in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are already a member, what are you doing? Because you know what happens, because I've been a member for years too, and you know how this works. You better go check out what they've got today, because there's no guarantee it'll be there tomorrow. Link2, baby. Link underneath the video. Check out my sponsor. Oh boy, we're going to start right here. Rick Rule, the real Rick Rule, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's no joke. I like this guy a lot. Look, he's got great insights. He's going to tell you about gold, but more importantly, he's going to tell you about why he thinks gold could go so high and why he has it in his portfolio. I'm telling you right now the same thing. This is why I tell you about Miles Franklin. Go to the top right-hand corner, click sign up, and put Dig Gold in the referral code right here. And look, and ask them, tell them, I want the special price list. That's what the Dig Gold gets you. You want the special price list, ladies and gentlemen, because listen to what Rick Rule says here.
I answer a lot of questions on a lot of shows about the technical aspects of gold trading, like is 2,410 some, magical resistance or something like that. The truth is, I don't own gold because I think it might go from 2375 to 2538 or some number like that. I own gold because I'm afraid that it's going to $7,000 or $8,000 or $9,000. Mm-hmm. And the set of circumstances that would cause that price performance would damage other parts of my portfolio and my life. And when I say afraid, Adam, I am actually afraid. I live a very good life, and the set of circumstances that would occur in a $9,000 gold world would be distinctly unpleasant. What gold has done for me and lots of other people over time has been to provide purchasing power insurance against the degradation that would occur in other parts of your portfolio if the circumstance occurred that would allow that type of exponential increase in the gold price. That's why I'm not a trader. I own gold for insurance. I own gold stocks because I'm fairly good at investing in them, and I'm an investor as well as a purchaser of insurance.
And there you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why I own it also. And, and obviously I don't own enough of it. That's how I always feel about almost everything in my portfolio, to be honest with you. But there's only so much to go around. But I continue to try to accumulate. And I know that Miles Franklin is the best place to do that. If you're looking to do it, go check them out and put Dig Gold in that box. Get that special pricing list. But why could it go to 9,000? Because BRICS Coalition has made it clear they've designed a new payment system that does not include the US dollar if they don't want it to. And they do not, absolutely 100% do not need to use SWIFT because they're sick and tired of the sanctions from the United States coming through SWIFT actions, right? And that's what they're not wanting anymore, and they're not going to have it anymore very soon. And that's with the onset of stable coins and central bank digital currencies to allow these digital vehicles to move the value around without having to use a platform like they all currently do, known as SWIFT. Cameroon wants to join BRICS this year. BRICS is becoming an increasingly more prestigious international organization. And that's not all, because Venezuela officially applies to join BRICS as well. The turning point of the New World Order's creation has arrived. Oh boy, New World Order, has it? And we want to see Venezuela becoming a part of the new geopolitical reality here. Well, Thailand in talks with Ripple for potential XRP integration. And you know what? This is quite interesting here because breaking, Thailand is the latest country in talks with Ripple about adopting XRP, and they've just applied to join BRICS. And we know that there's connections, indirect and direct, between other BRICS nations like China and Brazil and Russia and India, and Africa. The connections are remarkable. And to understand this letter here, connecting the dots between Thailand and Ripple, knowing Ripple or Thailand is also moving to join BRICS, or at least considering it, really strengthens the idea of understanding what XRP Ledger does. Listen to this gentleman here at the end here, with Russian writing in the background, talking about BRICS coalition being a new world order.
Workable, that it can create a new kind of world order.
A new kind of world order. Absolutely. Just like we heard it said. Let's go here now. BRICS countries expressed their intention. Pay close attention to this. BRICS countries expressed their intention to adopt the experience of their Russian colleagues in the field of digitalization, of the judicial system and formation of uniform judicial practice. The Russian Legal Information reports, heads of Supreme Court of BRICS countries expressed their intentions to learn from Russia's experience of their Russian colleagues. Now, this is interesting to me. The digitalization of judicial system and formation of uniform judicial practice. Boy, I tell you, changes are coming hardcore here. But when I saw the heads of Supreme Courts of BRICS countries express their intention to learn from the experience of the Russian colleagues, whether we're talking about the digitalization of the judicial system and the Supreme Courts of other BRICS nations following suit and learning of those intentions, it also brought me back to where I believe the SEC versus Ripple case goes all the way to the Supreme Court. Like I said, whether we're talking about digitizing the judicial system or whether we're talking about digitizing the monetary system, this is going to take the highest rulings of the land to get these things done. And it just triggered me to want to make that note again. I could be wrong. And maybe we get a settlement. Maybe it's such that the SEC has to bow out because they don't want to cut their legs off by continuing to appeal the case going forward, pushing it ultimately to the Supreme Court with Ripple. I don't know the answer. I just always have firmly believed that, and we'll have to wait and see what actually shakes out. But when I saw this, I had to touch it. But let's not lose sight of the fact that they're looking at digitalization of the judicial system. Oh boy, what could go wrong there? We'll keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia is exploring accepting oil payments in currencies other than the US dollar and has joined the BIS mBridge project, which is pretty exciting because I've shown the video of James Wallace explaining that the XRP ledger is one of the pilots of mBridge using XRP in the XRP ledger. So, will it ultimately win out the day? We don't know, but it is one of the pilots. Take a listen to what's going on here. And look, all of this comes back to Saudi Arabia exploring oil payments in other currencies, which is really where we're at with this petrodollar agreement's dead business, right? What it really means is that Saudi Arabia for now is in renegotiations with the United States. The deal is open-ended, and they've started taking other currencies in a larger scale than they have been. And that leans into negotiations and what they may want, right? I get it. I totally get it. But knowing that they've joined mBridge and understanding that mBridge or XRP Ledger is at least one of the pilots, if not mBridge itself, is super exciting. Take a listen to all of this because we're talking about moving all of the money through oil transactions. This is remarkable. Take a listen. And it would make a lot of sense.
Rich Turin is the author of Cashless, China's Digital Currency Revolution. And he told me that more countries are likely to adopt central bank digital currencies because they make cross-border transactions easier.
It's huge, and I will go as far as to say that this is the birth of what I will call the petro-yuan, or like we have the petrodollar, we're now going to have the petro-yuan from China. What you see here is a long-term plan that's going to be missed by many. And it's lots of little steps taking place very carefully. So you've got Saudi Arabia joining BRICS Plus this past September of 2023. Now you've got Saudi Arabia joining into the mBridge program because Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa will all have central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, within the next year, I would say. India and China are obviously already in pilots and going. Russia's in pilot, and I think South Africa is pretty well along to say that within a year they'll be launched as well.
Mm-hmm. So, Rich, this really is a massive change. You talk about the petro-yuan. What do you think about the timing of this, given that the Saudi deal with the US to sell oil in dollars, the petrodollar, has lapsed? How big a vote of confidence is this in the yuan?
I don't believe in coincidences. I think that this is a clear message from Saudi Arabia to the United States that we want to do business with the world. And I think it's a strong vote of confidence for doing business with China. And why not? China and Saudi Arabia are big trading partners. We've got China now working on a new natural gas pipeline, a major project worth $1 billion-something in Saudi. There's a tremendous amount of business between Saudi Arabia and China. And the fundamental question is, why shouldn't that business be conducted in RMB? Why does it have to be in dollar? When Saudi Arabia is buying products from China and can readily use RMB and wait for it, get a better deal. So the timing is not a coincidence. It's a strong vote in favor for the yuan, and it's a clear indicator that Saudi Arabia has intention to do business with China in yuan, and we can expect more of it in the future. Expect it to be slow at first, but eventually this is going to take off.
No doubt about it, it will. And I want you to just see, mBridge supports faster and cheaper cross-border payments. Let me move to the next headline. mBridge aims to be an alternative to SWIFT payment system. You know, like XRP and the XRP ledger. Oh, yeah. We'll keep an eye on it. Again, digital euro progress being made. The results of the technical work conducted in the following areas. Privacy, ladies and gentlemen. The digital euro's offline functionality and rule book. It goes into offline privacy and capabilities and this, that, and the other. But I'm showing this because you know what BRICS is doing. I just showed you. So this is the digital euro Foundation. Shout out to Anthony Welfare for that. And right here in the United States, the blue wall of tech has been breached, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That is talking about Silicon Valley here and that natural gravitation towards the left side of the aisle. Well, wait till you hear what Kathy Wood says right here about this.
Trump or Biden?
The word is, so as I've said to my children, so I have 2 girls and a boy, and they're split on this. As I've said to them, look, I am going to vote for the person who's going to do the best job for our economy. I am a voter when it comes to economics. And on that basis, Trump. I mean,
And resounding with the applause from the audience.
So, Art Laffer describes the first 3 years of the Trump presidency as the best in U.S. economic history. Not the last one because of COVID, and I would agree.
Wow.
And probably why we had COVID in the last year, right? They didn't want him to have a second 8. But here we have this. Because we know that recently President Trump had come out and said that he was going to be the crypto king, basically, right? He wasn't going to take the same stance that he did for the first 4 years, because we can't forget that. I'm a one-issue voter, and he wasn't behind us then, but he is now. But the rumor is that President Biden now could talk about crypto policy during his debate with Trump on Thursday, June 27th. And what's being leaked here is that from California Congressman Ro Khanna's office to Bitcoin Magazine reveals officials from the Biden administration, the House and Senate, along with Shark Tank billionaire Mark Cuban, are due to meet in early July for the most significant meeting between policymakers and innovation leaders in blockchain to date. Cuban, an outspoken supporter of President Joe Biden, has warned Trump could win the 2024 election due to Biden's opposition to crypto, which is very real. But you know what? I think it's too late to wheel that back now. I really, really do. I really, really do. Look, this is where we're at on this day, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what I want to say here. We're getting ready to go into the Freedom Zone, and you are not going to want to miss what we're going to talk about today in the Freedom Zone. And by the way, before we go into the Freedom Zone, I do want to share this about BRICS and mBridge very quickly. Will it use XRP? Well, there are connections. Again, I showed you the James Wallace video probably 5,000 times on this channel. You could search it and find it. Just put James Wallace in my search box over my video playlist and look at it for yourself. I've played it a billion times. The only reason I'm not playing it again, you guys will probably vomit if I play it again. But he says it. XRP Ledger is one of the models of mBridge. Now, with that being said, here you see, okay, haven't done this in a while because it's literally everything is covered, but BRICS using mBridge, will it use XRP? Well, this is mBridge, as we know right here, right? We know all of the things about it. We know what it does. We know how it works, the whole thing, BIS, right? But then we come down here, and he asks Sheikh Mansour, utilizes mBridge platform with Ripple's XRP for efficiency, and he's trying to get confirmation and tags him, but we haven't yet to hear from him. But looking at with the digital euro and cross-border payments to China, it says here in this particular article, Sheikh Mansour utilizes mBridge platform with Ripple's XRP for efficiency. So there you have that. Now, hopefully the Sheikh will answer, but we don't know that he will. But that's what we have, and as long with James Wallace, it's feeling pretty good where we are. Again, going into the Freedom Zone, you're going to want to join us. You're going to find out. You know, you've heard me talk a lot about how the elite control the world, the masses, and about how they've only had to use 3 tools in their toolbox to do it. That's what makes it so despicable and sad for all of us. But you know what? I've got something you need to see today, and it's right here in the Freedom Zone, digperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone and come on in. It's not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're getting started right now. All right, welcome back. Oh boy, brace yourself.